So you think there's no reason to advocate for men? U.S. men die at 1.4 times the rate of U.S. women. U.S. men lead in 9 out of 10 causes of death. Men die of suicide 3.88 times more often than women. 1 in 6 men have been sexually assaulted or abused. Men make up 91% of workplace deaths. The U.S. National Institutes of Health spends twice as much money on women's health. The biggest killer of men under the age of 50 is suicide, and yet research budgets favor women. 70% of the homeless population is male. A girl born in the UK is 75% more likely to go to college than a boy. 1 in 4 people, when asked, believed a man would enjoy being raped. Men are far more likely to be killed by police officers. Men are close to 4 times more likely to be murdered than women. Men are more likely than women to overdose on drugs. Men are more likely than women to suffer from alcoholism. Men are more likely to be incarcerated with undiagnosed mental health conditions. Boys generally get lower grades than girls for doing the same amount of work. Men account for 97% of military-associated deaths. Globally, boys are subjected to needless genital mutilation via forced circumcision. Boys are more likely to be malnourished. Currently, boys are behind in every stage of education. Almost 9 out of every 10 homeless deaths are men. 94% of all children detained worldwide are boys. In many countries, men receive their state pensions 5 years after women, meaning they have to work 5 years longer before they can retire. Men live shorter lives than women in every country of the world. Fathers do not have equal paternal work leave. Fathers do not have equal paternal rights. Fathers are more likely to be alienated from their children. Less than 25% of custody is awarded to men in a court of law. Men are responsible for paying 97% of all alimony in the United States. Men are responsible for paying the lion's share of all child support. Men dominate in only 2 out of the 15 job categories projected for the most growth in the next decade. 900,000 men have been sexually assaulted in the U.S. prison system, and yet we're told every day that systematic sexism against men doesn't exist.